Hello again, math magicians. We're going to learn something new today. So here we go. Let's title it Notes, Lesson 1.4. And the topic is rewriting equations and formulas. Sorry, that's an and symbol. And formulas. Okay, this is our last section for Unit 1. And then we'll have a test pretty soon. Alright, I think the best and easiest and quickest way to explain this would be to go through some examples. So we're going to go through, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 examples. So here's the first one. The directions are going to tell you to solve for a letter maybe other than X. So in this case, maybe Y. And in the problem, there's going to be multiple variables. So not just X. So here we go. For example, it could be 4X minus 4Y equals 1. Okay, so you might want to divide the problem through the equal sign. I think that helps. Separate left and right. And we're trying to solve for Y. So you need to find the Y. Okay, you locate the Y. And you need to get rid of then everything else. Everything else that's on that side of the equal sign. You're not looking over here on this side. So you find the variable that you're supposed to solve for, in this case Y. There it is. And you need to peel away everything else. And just like when it's kind of like X is the gift in a package. And to get to the gift, you have to peel the wrapping paper first, which is farthest away, and then maybe open the box and then find the gift. So start farthest away. Alright, so sometimes this helps to draw this. We're looking for Y. We need to peel off and start farthest away. Alright? Kind of like peeling the layers of an onion or unwrapping a package. So the farthest thing away is the 4X. So to get rid of 4X, I would subtract 4X. And I line up the like terms, and I do it on the other side to keep it balanced. Oh my, there's no like term over here, so I can't really line it up. 4X minus 4X, those are like terms. Minus 4, if you have 4X and you take away 4X, it's gone. But you still have the minus 4Y. So we still have minus or negative 4Y. And on the other side, 1 minus 4X, these are not like terms. 1 minus 4X, they're not like terms, so I can't subtract. So I just write 1 minus 4X. Okay, I'm still working on solving for Y, or isolating the Y. So now I need to get rid of this multiplied negative 4. And the opposite of multiplication is division. So I'm going to divide both sides by negative 4. Now here's the critical step. You have to divide every term by negative 4. Alright, and that happens for multiplication too. So you have to divide, sorry, had a little technical difficulty. You have to divide every term. And that's the case for multiplication too. Every term. So beware of that. And let's see what we'd have. Here the negative 4s would cancel out, and you would get Y equals, and on the other side, 1 divided by negative 4, that's just negative 1/4. And then here, your negative 4s would cancel, and a negative divided by a negative is a positive. Negative divided by a negative is a positive. The 4s cancel, so you'd have plus X. And then the last thing you have to do is put it in the right order. So you're going to go Y equals. In the correct order would put this variable first. X would come first, positive X, and then minus 1/4. X minus 1/4. So you need to put the final solution. Whoops, sorry, that's pretty sloppy there. That's supposed to be a 4, 1/4. So there's your solving for y. You don't really get a one solid number as your answer. You get an equation or an expression. And so it has to be in the correct order. And the correct order is the variable x would come before just the number. This is called a constant. It's a number all alone here. Variable, then the constant. All right, let's see if we can do a few more. Alrighty, here's example number 2. And the directions are going to ask you to, in this case, we're going to solve for y again. It's not always y. I just happen to be using y in my examples. And here we go. The example is 5x minus 1/8 y equals 10. Alright, it's helpful to maybe put a dotted line through the equal sign. Now they are asking us to solve for y. So find the y. That's like the lucky gift. There's the gift. We want to get it alone, so we're going to have to peel off the negative 1/8, and then we're going to have to peel off the 5x. Sorry, we have to do it from outside in. So I didn't say that quite right. Farthest away is the 5x. We're going to peel that off first, and then the negative 1/8, because that's the gift inside the box. So here's the box, or maybe here's the bow. Take the bow off first, then open the box. Or take the bow off, then take the wrapping paper off, and then you'll open it up, and there's the gift. All right, let's get rid of that 5x. Let us subtract 5x from both sides. Line up the like terms if you can. Sometimes there aren't any like terms. 5x minus 5x, that disappears, that's gone. We still have this negative 1/8 y. And on the other side, there is a 10 minus 5x. Those are not like terms, so you just write 10 minus 5x. Okay, we need to divide by negative 1/8, because there it is right there. Divide by negative 1/8. But there's an easier way, because divide by a fraction is the same thing as multiplying by the reciprocal. So instead of dividing by 1/8, let's go over here. So instead of dividing by negative 1/8, we're going to multiply by the reciprocal, which would be negative 8. Right? Keep, change, flip. So we're going to multiply by negative 1/8. And again, very critical, you have to multiply every term on both sides. Just like with the division, you have to multiply every term on both sides. So very critical that you multiply every term on both sides of the equal sign. All right, here we go. Negative 8 times negative 1/8, that turns out to be 1. Negative 8 times negative 1/8 is 1, and you have y equals negative 8 times 10 is negative 80. And then negative 8, whoops, don't want that, sorry. Negative 8 times negative 5x, negative 8 times negative 5x is positive 40x. So see, I multiplied every term. I distributed it all the way through. And my last step is put it in the right order. The right order, the correct order, would have the x term first. So 40x is going to go first. And this will make more sense in the next unit, actually, why this order matters. And then the lone number, that's called a constant, goes last. So minus 80. And there is your solution. All right, let's try another one. Example number 3. Again, no, let's solve for h. This might be the last one. Solve for h, and here is the problem. S equals, that's an S, 2 pi r squared plus 2 pi RH. Okay, so we're solving for h. Here's h. Here it is. So we have to peel stuff away. All right, let's see here. Let's draw the dotted line. I think that helps. Find the h, and then we have to peel stuff away or take off the layers on that side of the equal sign. So the farthest away is the 2 pi r squared. So we're going to peel that off first, then the 2 pi, and then we'll be left with h. So start farthest away. So to get rid of 2 pi r, it's kind of ugly there, but to get rid of it, you're going to subtract 2 pi r. Sorry, 2 pi r squared. And keep your equation balanced. Do it to both sides. Okay, on this side, s take away 2 pi r squared. Those are not like terms, so you're just going to write s take away 2 pi r squared equals, and then on the other side, 2 pi r squared take away 2 pi r squared. They're gone, but you still have the plus 2 pi h. Now the last thing I have to get rid of or unwrap is the 2 pi. It's right next to the, sorry, that was an h. It's right next to the h, which means multiplication. So I'm going to divide by 2 pi. Oh, remember, divide every term by 2 pi. Every term. Kind of distribute the division. All right, believe it or not, I think we have our solution. So we have the s over 2 pi minus, now here the 2's will cancel and the h's will cancel. Let's do that. Let's do that with green. The 2's will cancel and the h's will cancel. So you just have r squared minus r squared equals, and then on the other side, 2's cancel and h's cancel, pi's cancel, sorry, and you'll have h. Alright, there's not really a correct order for this one, so let's just put the h equals s over 2 pi minus r squared. Wow, is that ugly or what? That's your final solution. Alright, good luck. Remember, you can rewatch this video. Hopefully it's helpful.